is. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Let's see what's going on here. All right. So we're here today to talk about episode 8 of season 3, chapter 24, The Return of the Mandalorian. Pretty fantastic episode, honestly. I'm glad that there was no, spies, no armor being bad, nobody, doing anything sketchy. I'm glad it played out the way it did. And I'm glad that it kind of squashed a lot of the rumors, the ideas, the speculations, the theories, the conspiracies. I was glad to kind of squash those and just put those to rest. It's a very good ending point. We could have no more Mandalorian and we'd be fine. Is that the case? I don't think so. I think we're going to see more Mandalorian. But this was a perfect ending point, honestly. Very well done. Very well done. So, this was the best episode of the season. If the entire season was at this pace, it would have been a lot better. Glad they pulled off a nice ending. Unsure if it makes up for the bad pacing, though. It does, though. And there was no really bad pacing. There's no really bad episodes this season. Positives, in all the jetpack chaos, it was really well done, colorful and exciting. Din turning off the shields and fighting 2-on-1 at the time was great. And the Praetorian Guard fight. Yes. Enzy Fade says the Mandalorian's combat choreography in this episode was amazing. Grogu using the Force at the end to stop the explosion was cool. Stop. And not unheard of, because it was already used in like season 1. It had already been done in the Rebels series by Khan. It's also done by Grogu in season 1 of The Mandalorian. BJ, the whole season was good. The last episode would have worked better as part of the last. Just one long episode for the final. Enzy Fade, I thought this season was probably the worst they've done so far compared to 1 and 2. Just my 2 cents, though. Worst is subjective. I mean, even the Mandalorian's worst is still pretty fucking fantastic. So, compared to the other 2, yeah, maybe. But I'm glad the final episode was great. If they did Star Wars like that every episode, it would be amazing. I like the pacing, and this one quick to the point, lots of action. Unsure if the Darksaber would have been crushed like that since it was made of Beskar. If that was the case, surely the armor would have been dented, cracked in the fight. I didn't know the handle of the Darksaber was made of Beskar, but it was made out of cheap Jedi plastoid. A strange new pod rail. Hello again, Cap and all. Hello, Donnie. Enzy Fate, I was surprised at how good this episode was in comparison to all the other ones this season. It would be nice if everything was consistent. To me, they were all consistent. BJ, $2. I'm bringing the Mandalorian to you, Captain. Please do. Please do. Samuel Gill is here. Hey, Sam. Hey, Captain. Hope all is well with you and your family. Yeah, everything is great here. Just wish the weather would get a little warmer. We had really nice weather, and then the last 2 days have just been kind of cold and shitty. Jason, hello. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow says, me too. I thoroughly enjoyed this entire season of Mando. On a side note, I am not ready for Picard to end tomorrow. I fucking hate when shit comes to an end. But as they say, all good things. Wait a minute. That was the end of TNG. Must come to an end. There you go. BJ throws in another $2. The Genesis Cave was on Mandalore. I thought the Genesis Cave as well. This took Starfleet Corps engineers 2 months in spacesuits to tunnel out all this. But we didn't do what we did in there. We did it in a day. Planet Forbidden. Joseph Meditz, great season, but the last 2 titles could have been renamed a little better. Yeah, maybe. I forget what last week's was. But Sean's model builds. Will you do a live right after Picard tomorrow? Right after? No, but I will do one at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same as this one. same as I always do every Thursday for when new Treks on for my first reaction review, and then we will do our full breakdown and analysis the Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, BJ, Star Wars Meg explained the title of the last episode. It's a biblical reference to the 12 spies. Oh, yes, spies. Moses sent after leaving Egypt to scout out the land of Canaan. Mother says 12 Mandos went down to scout. Oh, interesting. NZ Fade, I'd have written the season instead of standalone episodes where Mando seems to be the side character. They added parts of his Grogu story into every episode as more of an arc. Yeah, and I think it was well handled. I don't need this, as much as I love Din Djarin and I love The Mandalorian, I don't need him to be the focus of every episode. That Dr. Pershing episode was quite good. It very, very much reminded me of Andor. I think the Bo-Katan stuff was also very well done, so. Listen, Jericho, an okay finale, felt rather rushed. Grogu's movements reminded me of Chucky, the way he walks. NZ Fade, and who's excited for Picard tonight? Can't wait. I think everybody is. General Grievous, I wish Grogu had done his wavy hand earlier last episode, lol. Angry pause, Vizsla ghost noises. Trek or not, I am here. It is the way. BJ says, I like the Strange New Worlds trailer. Yes, indeed. The Ghost of Q's left eyebrow says, can we pretty please have the Admiral with you for a part of your live tomorrow to celebrate 420? That late? Probably not. She's got to work and stuff in the morning, so... it would be kind of great. Really? Are you that friggin' hot? Why are you panting like that? Let's see what we got going on here with the pugs. Lola, you okay? All hail the panting pug. Indeed. I'll tell the Admiral that you guys want to see her. NZ Fade, only thing I don't like about Grogu is his voice. It's like they just took a baby's voice and used it on repeat for everything Grogu tries to say. Just weird. I think it's fucking cute and adorable. And Grogu reminds me so much of this little shithead. This little Lola pug. So happy to see Mando and Grogu at home on the ranch. What a space western. Home on the range. The Ghost of Q's left eyebrow says, oh yeah, Strange New Worlds trailer has me excited for season 2. Totally different vibe to Picard, but I totally love it. Well, exactly, yeah. This Jericho, I am disappointed in these Sith guards. They should have easily beaten them. Hey Eric, how's it going? BJ said, I wish I watched the episode 3 times. The Beskar troopers, the Praetorian guards, were actually pretty tough for Mando to beat, especially the first 2 who had him prisoner. Grogu was a big help to Mando. Yes. The fight scenes were good. They were kind of brutal. Trek or not, Defo thinking more now that Grogu is a Yoda clone that Moff created to mine the Force powers for his own clones. I mean, that's interesting. It could be why Grogu can't talk. Not only is he a baby, but also Yoda had a speech impediment. Yaddle didn't. She was a member of the same species, so you can't say it's a species. Could just be literally Yoda. That's interesting. Movement is happening. Hey, Dot. Hey. Dot. You okay? Lola, you don't look comfortable. Just saying. Oh, I got little baby Yoda here too. Anyway. NC Fade, kind of weird that he wanted the clones of him to have Force in them. They didn't really elaborate on that. It's been done in the Force Unleashed games, etc. But weird that he wanted the Force in him. Why would that be weird? I would want the Force too. That'd be amazing. Mad Dog 316 UK. Welcome to the rank of Ensign. Thank you for joining the channel, Mad Dog. That is awesome. Good to have you aboard. Hopefully you'll enjoy the content as well as the Picard stuff we're going to be doing tomorrow and all next week. So make sure that you're subscribed. I know you're joined, but make sure you're subscribed and make sure you click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss anything. Same goes for everybody else out there. 28 of you here, which is amazing. 14 likes. It's only 50%, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't. Let's try to get those likes up. And yeah, let's talk about Mando. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. I thought it was a fantastic season finale. It could be a series finale, honestly, with the way that ended. It was so on point. I love that IG-11 is back. Thought that worked really well. Dave Filoni was in this episode. I don't know if you guys noticed. He is an X-Wing pilot. He was in season 1. Or is it season 2? It's season 1, maybe. But he was at the bar. He had the cowboy hat on. So it was cool to see him as well. And yeah, there was a lot to like about this episode. I don't know why the random Beskar troopers, if we're going to call them that, were just standing in a hallway behind force fields. It's not like they were robots, like the Dark Troopers, unless they are. Yeah, that's not comfortable. Move your head. You're going to have breathing problems that way. So I don't, because to me, they come off as like, sorry, that's my pug again. To me, they come off like they're people in suits, so I don't know why they're just standing there. Look, it's bad on your neck. There you go. Yeah, you're gonna need to move. Yeah, step all over your sisters. Good job. Good job. Hey, Grogu. So, anyway, sorry. Just want to explain the noises that are happening. NZ Fade, Yaddle's death was so well done in that episode. Star Wars shorts or something. I do like it when they show Order 66 from another point of view. General Grievous, Yoda and Yaddle got it on. 9 months later, Yoda looks around nervously. Grogu uses the Force with shields up. Lesser Logic says lame episode. Like, totally lame. Ozzy, long live Pugs and Dot. Yes. Trekyards, Moff seemed like he wanted to be a Sith, perhaps to challenge the leadership. Could be. Lesser Logic says nothing surprising at all, but it was okay. General Grievous, knowing Moff Gideon, they would all betray each other like the Star Wars Wayun. Mercer Create says I didn't like it. And Z Fade with a cowboy hat in the background, right? Yes. BJ says, I love the action around it on the light cruiser. Glad it had a fiery death for Mandalore. BJ says, would have loved to see Captain Tiva and his X-Wing show up and shoot down some ties, clearing the way for Axe-Woe's kamikaze run. Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been neat to see. Terrence Childs, what's the Super Star Destroyer named? Intimidator? Inquisitor? No. Is it Intimidator? I don't know. The Super Star Destroyer. What's the name, guys? Mercer Crate. The only part I liked was the police mouse traits. That was hilarious. They need Marshall in town, yes. NZ Fade. Queen's Guard stands still outside of the palace, etc. Kind of stupid, but it's a job. This Jericho, Filoni was in the other one as well, with Zeb. Yes. BJ says, police mouse droids, and R5 was great when mouse droid backed off the platform and fell. Yeah, that was awesome. Hello, Urs. How's it going? Lesser Logic says at least they didn't kill any cool characters. Exactly. Ghost of Q's left eyebrow. I'm stoned as fuck right now, and that with the pugs was hilarious. Ozzy, the stormtroopers keep missing the target. Yes, they do. General Grievous, when Din knocked one of the troopers off the platform behind the ray shield, he forgot he had the jetpack and could fly. Yeah, I noticed that too. That was the same with last week. They were knocking people off. Unless you knocked them out on the way down, they could fly. But Mercer Crate, even in the future, nothing works. BJ says, I like to see the Purge of Mandalore as a Star Wars short. That'd be great. Classic for real, $5. Picard season 3 is greater than Mandalorian or literally anything Disney Star Wars. I'm an admiral, and this is the $5 USD super chat, so it must be true. Sure. Trek or not, it's interesting. Grogu used defensive moves only, showing how he has learned to control his powers before he showed a degree of aggression. General Grievous, Vader's Super Star Destroyer was the Executor. Is it Executor or Executor? It'd be Executor. BJ says on another channel, a commenter named called Moff Gideon the ultimate Star Wars fan. He wants to Imperial, Jedi, Mandalorian, and Cloner all in one. Yeah. Mercer Crate, Andor was brilliant. Really points to how contrived this was. Terrence Childs, I know that there is a Star Destroyer in Star Wars named Intimidator. NZ Fade, it would have been better if Grogu, when the Praetorian Guards went to kill the Mando, said in his own voice, no. Yeah, I was hoping to say something in this episode. It sounded like he said thanks at one point when Mando said, you did good, kid. But Sergeant Montgomery, me or would half those Mandos, is it just me, or would half those Mandos' asses would have been torched from those jetpacks? Bo-Katan's ass was burning hot. I've thought the same thing multiple times about jetpacks in general, like the Rocketeers. But yeah, I mean, Boba Fett's the things are on the side. They kind of like point. Well, they're stuck on the side and they point down, but they can swivel. They're kind of away from his ass, but. Oh yeah, I should do the $20 super chat. $20 super chat shot. There we go. Butt deflector plate or shield. Axe should have said, I'm giving Gideon his ship back. Yeah, that would have been good. NZ Fade, they nailed the jetpack scenes this episode. Seeing 50 of them all fighting at the same time was great. I thought some of those scenes looked a little cheap, and they felt a little bit like Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. That's one thing that popped into my head for some reason. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but yeah, something I thought. General Grievous, here I thought Moff Gideon was involved with Palpatine's cloning, but he was trying to clone himself. I get the feeling he hadn't, if he hadn't died, Thrawn would clap him for treason, trying to take over the Empire. There could be another Moff clone out there. Like, don't write him off. BJ says, Grugo's artificial voice reminds you of Stephen Hawking and the others who utilize such tech. No. Yes. Sergeant Montgomery, the entire jetpack scene was awesome. Dude that rammed the ship was total badass. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow. I mean, Bo-Katan's ass is hot regardless. Just saying. It is. General Grievous, Beskar butt plates. That's the solution. That's the answer, Mr. Spock. This Jericho wasn't that many people on that base. There wasn't a lot of people on that base, no. And I don't think the base was absolutely annihilated by that Star Destroyer going into it either. I think Bo and Din would have suffered a lot more than what they did. So Jonathan Bell, I wouldn't write Gideon off, but his cloning has nothing to do with Baal clones. Sure. I don't know what a Baal clone is, but BJ says the gauntlets are great drop ships. Love them coming down and then dropping their Mandalorians to join up with Bo-Katan's cohort. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it, honestly. I'm kind of not sad the way it ended, because it ended very good. I'm glad there was no twists. The armor wasn't bad. There was no spies in the Mandalorian ranks. There's nothing like that shit going on, which a lot of people speculated. But I mean, IG-11 coming back was awesome. Them getting their nice little homestead or a little patch of land, I thought was really good as well. But it felt like an end. It felt like this is the end, and we don't need to go back and revisit them now, because and hope that's not the case. I hope we get another season for sure, because I really love the Mandalorian. So the base only had troopers, no officers or technicians. Baal from SG-1, lots of clones. Okay, yeah, Baal, yeah. Daniel, hey, what's up? What's up with you, Daniel? Joseph Meditz, Moff Gideon might pop up later for Thrawn to off him for good. Yeah, Ahsoka. Gideon says to leave Din to him, and that allows him to destroy his clones. Baal, one of the greatest Google villains, comic relief on Stargate SG-1 and later seasons. Yes. NZ Fade, why would you keep your clones on the way into your secret hideout? How about keeping them in another part of the base? I hope they do Thrawn right. Yeah, and I hope those aren't the only clones. It would make sense to have clones in multiple locations just for such an eventuality, Sergeant Montgomery, those drop scenes reminded me of airborne days, and I wish I landed all soft like a superhero. The Ghost of Q's Left Eyebrow. I love that name. Now, I would love another season of Mando, but what I really and truly want is another season of the Orville. Orville and another season of Picard under Terry Alice. Alice. Oh my goodness. Don't ask. What was your favorite part of the episode? Honestly, the R5 parts. I love that he, jetpacks down, lands, looks over the edge, is all shaking, and then is like trying to fight off this little mouse droid and lower the shield for Din. I thought that was so well done. I really enjoyed that. And also the return of IG-11. So those are my my favorite parts. The one thing I didn't quite get was the Looney Tunes style ending fade for Mando. I thought it was Porky Pig would pop out. That's all, folks. Lucky Cantrell, shouldn't it be Grogu Djarin? It's Boba Fett and Paz Vizsla. Sure, I don't know, but it's Din Grogu. Live with it. BJ said the Mandalorians were the spies. The joke was on Star Wars YouTubers for not knowing their Bible. Star Wars does borrow from it, as well as ancient Greece, Rome, Egypt, China, and Japan. Shane Baines says, I will second that. I don't know what you're seconding, but thank you. Daniel says, oh my God, inflation is going out of control. I got back from the mall and I went to the store. DVDs are $40 plus tax, and I found Star Trek Discovery Season 3 for $59.99. What is going on? This is the way. Where did R5 come from? From what's her name on Tatooine. He was in her garage, her shop, helping out since season 1 when we first saw her. He was there, so he's been on Tatooine this whole time until he needed somebody to check out the air on Mandalore. Was actually surprised they added a shot of Mandalorian falling to stick their landing when they reached the dropship. Shane says another season of Picard under Terry Metalis. And he fade Carla from Cheers. What about Carla from Cheers? Oh, that's where he got R5 from. That's hilarious. Yeah, she's like Carla. She's short with the curly hair. Yeah, that's funny. Rhea Perlman, that's her name. The one from Cheers, anyway. Married to Danny DeVito. Let's see, 29 likes, 33 people here. I think we can do better. Yeah. Same actor married to Danny DeVito? Yes. NZ Fate, I'm almost finishing your sentences. It's creepy. Liz Jericho, I mean on the planet. He didn't go with Din to the planet. Oh. Where'd he come from on the planet? Could have been that he was left there from the last time they were there. That's a very good question. And how do we know he didn't go there with him on the planet? Wasn't he? Yeah, he was in the ship with Bo-Katan and Mando and Grogu with the mech suit, IG-12. He was on the ship. He was in the back of the ship, so he was going down with them. I think it was last episode, or yeah, last episode. Yeah, he was in the ship. Yeah, he was in the ship. Go back and watch. He was in the back. Pretty sure. R5, I think, was in the first Gauntlet drop ship, I think, yeah. As usual, I don't know enough about Star Wars lore to just talk about Star Wars for 2 hours. So, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was fantastic. And, yeah, if you guys have any knowledge or lore that you want to share that ties into all this that we could talk about, by all means, please do so. I'm really sorry for my dogs. I really am. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to talk much more than like an hour on this one. I just find there's not a lot to talk about with Mando. It's very to the point. Star Trek, you can get into all the lore and stuff like that, and I know a lot about that. Star Wars, not so much. So I don't know. I find it difficult to talk very long about the Mandalorian. It's just, for me, it's so good, and it's just so to the point that I don't know what to talk about, really. So, Eric Martin throws in $20 super chat from my front porch with a heavy coat. LOL. Yeah, it is kind of cold. Why are you on your front porch with a heavy coat? You don't smoke or anything. So what the hell, man? Cheers, my friend. Cracking out the Kraken. By the way, I am feeling better. My sinuses are still a little stuffy. The cold's kind of hanging on a little bit, but I'm feeling tons better. My voice sounds better. I'm still got a little bit of a sinus congestion and a bit of headache and stuff occasionally, but overall, I'm doing much better. Thanks for asking. Just take it for granted that I'm here. I could be dead and you wouldn't care, but it's fine. Cheers. It's good stuff. Oh, that tastes really good today. Remember last time I took a shot and I was like, ooh. Today I got that hint of vanilla flavor at the end. That was really good. Matthew Paul Roy. I'm not buying this as a secret series finale. A secret series finale. Don't know what that means. NZ Fade, do you think they're going in the right direction with another Daisy Ridley movie? Not just one, but 3. I don't know if they're going in the right direction. I understand a lot of people are pissed off about that, and I understand why. But at the same time, I don't mind Daisy Ridley. I would like Rey. I think she's adorable, and I would love to see more movies with her. If they're written better, I mean, there was a lot of problems with those movies, but she was the least of them, in my opinion. The whole Mary Sue thing, I kind of hate that argument. Again, I see why people are saying it, but It's probably not the best in the direction they could have gone in, but I don't think they're making a mistake necessarily. I blame it on the space weed. Okay. 4 hours and 35 minutes. What, countdown to Picard? Ghost of Q's left eyebrow. All right, it's time we discuss cheese. I'm enjoying some extra sharp white cheddar. Well, that sounds really fucking good. Oh, I have some red wine downstairs too. Oh, red wine and cheese. Neil Hammersmith, you remind me of the episode of The Big Bang Theory where the gang goes to watch the new Star Wars and Will Wheaton is wearing Spock gear. Oh, because I'm wearing an Inside Enterprise shirt. I had a Star Trek Live earlier and I didn't want to change my shirt. Hey, I've got my Trekyards Mandalorian Delta here, which I could wear, but you won't see it on this shirt, so I didn't put it on. But there you go. Combining Trekyards Delta with the Mandalorian. This Jericho, I think the red force field was a callback to the Phantom Menace. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to have just people standing there, like they're in a closet. It's not like they're the death troopers where they're like charging or whatever. I thought it was weird. BJ said, sad there is no after the credits scene. Would have loved to seen Captain Foley on Hollow call Grand Admiral Thrawn to inform him of Moff Gideon's demise. Maybe a little smile from Thrawn upon the news. Eric Martin, I tore apart and fixed my trainer bike, and I need some outside time to chill and stretch. Chill part is easy tonight. You're gonna get in your hot tub. You know it. Sergeant Montgomery, extra sharp cheese for me. Hinsey Fade, written better. That's exactly right. Just look at what they did with Patrick Stewart this season. Compared to the first two, it's all about the scripts, writers, etc. Yeah, and not listening to the fucking actor. Patrick Stewart wanted everything like him to be pathetic in the first season for some reason. He didn't want the stuff that was in Picard season 3. Patrick Stewart didn't want that kind of vibe, but for some reason, don't let your actors dictate to you what what the story should be about, guys. Was there a Star Destroyer named Persecutor? Oh, there must have been. That's a great name for a Star Destroyer. Jonathan Bell, food? It's only been 28 minutes. Well, yeah. But it's Mandalorian, so we've already covered. It's good. It's done. White wine works better with cheese. I disagree. I think red wine definitely does. Sergeant Montgomery, I'm on the Casino wine. And now Trekyards officially becomes food yards. BJ says SpaceX is going to try again to get Starship off the ground tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Central Time. Maybe a big boom in Texas, like a light cruiser crashing into Mandalore. NZ Fade, Gideon didn't die, calling it now. Yeah, he could have definitely survived with Beskar armor for sure. Even if he didn't survive, one of his clones probably did, so. Only food yards if Captain Pike is here. Neil Hammersmith, in latter parts of the episode, seemed rushed with all the wrap-ups. I thought there was too much useless filler in season 3. They could have elongated some moments. Useless filler. I don't think there was much useless filler in season 3. I keep hearing this complaint, and I disagree. I've thoroughly enjoyed like every episode, even the droid one. The droid one was great. I love droids. I got lots of droids over here, as you can see. I'm a big fan of droids. So I thought the droid episode was great. The Jack Black and Lizzo. I didn't even know what a Lizzo was. So, I mean, that threw me off. The cameos. And then Christopher Lloyd as well. It's like, that was weird, but okay. We'll roll with that. Good job. But, yeah. Didn't think there were fillers, though. I really enjoyed that episode. NZ Fade, if anything, how bad the first two seasons were because of Picard's or Patrick's direction made this one even better. Not on purpose, but yeah, it made this season even better. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow. The guards were there in between the red force fields simply to inflate Moff Gideon's sense of self-importance. He fancied himself the next emperor and parades himself like he already was. Okay, I'll buy that, but the poor guys having to stand there. I'm telling you. Daniel says, I hope we get to see the Enterprise G at the end of Picard Season 3, Episode 10. The G will make a strange new world's Enterprise look old and sad. Yeah, it'd be great to see the G, and I hope it is the Bill Krause's USS Endurance. What the hell is the name of the class, though? It's not the Endurance class. Anyway, that ship would be amazing. We'll see. Eric Martin, somebody is enjoying some weed. It's blowing down the sigh. Street. Gotcha. Moff Gideon reminded me of the evil Emperor Zurg in Toy Story Buzz Lightyear. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow. Fuck yes, Starship SpaceX. I'll be watching the live stream of Starbase and the launch immediately after I watch Picard in the morning. Nice. I'm going to adjust my chair a bit. Deej Odyssey. Foley wants his head put in a droid when he gets older. My head put in a droid. No. Personality, maybe, but not my head. The fuck? That's just weird. Deej, you're fired. Again. Neil Hammersmith. Useless filler being the episode with Dr. Hugo Bashir. It really did not need to be a full episode. It didn't, but it gave him the opportunity to fulfill his contract, probably. So I know you signed a contract. You're going to be in this many episodes, but we've got to cut that a little bit. So can we just make a whole episode about you? Sure, yeah, that's fine. No, like I said, that episode was bookmarked with Mandalorian stuff, which was fine. But yeah, I do agree with you. That was a little bit long and a little bit unnecessary. Because we don't know what happened to him. Like, he was put in the mind erasing machine and we never heard. Is he like drooling on himself somewhere? Is he dead? What's going on with him? So, yeah, but like I said, that episode felt very much like Andor, and Andor was fantastically well crafted. It was a good show. So that was one episode that really kind of stood out for all the wrong reasons, maybe, because it was a Mandalorian episode, but it was still good. I think that the actors in it all did a fantastic job. I thought the story was compelling and interesting and very intriguing. Like I said, Andor-like, so. Cap needs a Chickatumi tray. You mean a charcuterie board? BJ Tehran, what if in Section 31 film we find out that Prime Giorgio was Mir Giorgio? Maybe the Guardian of Forever dropped her on herself. And oops. Interesting. Eric says about charcuterie board. You know what, Eric? Yeah, I could go for a charcuterie board. I got a few things down there to make some kind of charcuterie board. Maybe next time I come over, we can have a charcuterie board and watch some like good movies. What say you, my friend? NZ Fade. I hope the Enterprise D takes down the newest Enterprise. Worf can fire the torpedoes and say, that was not my fault. D just, yay, I'm fired. Yeah, you're free to go. You don't need to stick around. You can be free, do whatever you need to do. You don't need to be here anymore. Bye. Sergeant Montgomery. Was that the real Moff Gideon? I believe not. Could be. Daniel's Hot Topics. You know, I heard that John Delancey filmed scenes for both Season 2 and Season 3. Could it be that Q visits Picard in the future, near the end of the episode, before he goes back to 2024? Yes, it's absolutely 100% plausible that Q could show up in the next episode. I would kind of love that, if that was like the solution to the problem. The trial never ends, after all. And, you know, he's non-linear, corporeal being. So, For him to do that would be fine. Are you okay, Lola? Yeah, I'd have no problem with Q showing up. Oh my goodness, you're so tired and pathetic. And I'm not talking to any of you, although some of you are probably tired and pathetic. I don't know. I'm talking to my dog. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, yes. Dr. Pershing was doomed by Imperial biscuits. Neil Hammersmith, Bill Krause model is being referred to as the Endurance class by various Trek sources like Memory Alpha. It's not the Endurance class, though. It is the USS Endurance, but it's not the Endurance class. And I did a post. I made a post like 3-4 weeks ago saying it would be awesome if this Endurance was like, this class of ship was the next Enterprise. And Bill was quickly like, no, it's not that. And then he goes on to say the class of the ship, which I cannot recall right now. I think it's the Essex class or something like that. But the Endurance is a beautiful design. So. Sergeant Montgomery. Speaking of Andor, it looks like the Strange New Worlds Enterprise has a Kyber crystal phaser upgrade. Okay. Irie Fan Geek. Good episode on its own, but everything was rushed. 41 minutes, including credits. Yeah, it was a very short episode. Eric Martin, the new Enterprise is the Endurance class. Cool ship with big crack down the back. DJ Odyssey, I have nothing to do for a few hours before I do a live after Picard party tonight. So unless you get me hauled away, I'm here to enjoy your content, Cat. All right, that's cool, man. You're just not going to get paid no more. It's fine. Thank you for hanging around, Deej. Much appreciated. Enjoy my content. I'm sure you're enjoying it quite immensely. All right. Jonathan Bell, Ross Scott, Freeman Mind, and Civil Protection could have fun satirizing the jobs of those troopers. These are the platforms surrounded by pits. Are we saving money on doors, floors, and walls? Why are these platforms surrounded? Yes. Daniel says, what is the Endurance class? It's a fantastic scratch-built model by Bill Krause. He has fantastic designs. Like I said, I'm good friends with the guy. I've been going to Wonderfest for the past like 6-7 years, hanging out with Bill. He's a good guy, a really good guy. And the Endurance class, 2 years in a row, he won the Trekyards Star Trek Starship Award. So he's got two Trekyards awards. One of them was for the Endurance, which I believe is an Essex class. So it's a fantastic design, and that would make a beautiful next Enterprise for sure. And if he gets the next Enterprise, that is amazing for him, because he was just a guy that did scratch built models, entered them at Wonderfest, won golds for them, and has been doing that for years. The Wasp class, the Hood, the Shangri-La, which became the Titan, the Wasp class or the Hornet class became the Intrepid in this, or the Daughterstad class in Picard. He does really fantastic designs, and it's great to see them. And like, they're so well lit, they're so well built, they're immaculate. And I'm glad that he's getting his due. I'm glad that he's getting the credit that he deserves for the designs that he does, because he's a really talented and brilliant guy. So Neil Hammersmith says, you are correct. It is the Essex class. There you go. Daniel says, oh my God, I hope this does not happen. But someone online said that they will take the USS Titan A and rechristen it the Enterprise G. That would be so lazy and sad. The Titan is flimsy. They won't do that. They won't do that. Neil Hammersmith recently watched the Book of Fett for the first time. Had a Probert reaction. Sounds really bad. What does that mean? Eric Martin, I'm enjoying the Enterprise D cutaway poster even with the squirrely strut, which you never noticed before I pointed it out, and now you can't unsee it. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, Eric, you had mentioned one time that we should just drive down to Toronto. You'll drive. We'll spend a day. We'll like go check out some collectible shops or whatever, have a lunch, whatever. I'm totally 100% down for that. I really want to do that. You need a break as well. You're working too hard. So we need to do that. And while we're there, we might as well go see Christopher Cushman, who actually drew that cutaway. It'd be great to see him. I know he also has a Ships of the Line calendar signed for me. So I need to stop by and see him at some point anyway. I just hate going to Toronto, honestly. Driving in Toronto is like fucking a nightmare. So anyway, there's that. So yeah, Eric, if you're out there listening, I know you are. We gotta hang out and do something cool sometime soon. Now that Picard is over and Mandalorian's over, I got like not gonna be as busy doing lives and stuff, so it'll be much more manageable for me to kind of get away. Like even tonight, I had the live at 4, this live at 10, but tonight was my IPS model building club, which was at like 6:45. The meeting starts at 7, goes to like 9. I love to go, love to see my friends, hang out with them, then go out afterwards for food and beer. Couldn't do it. I can't do it during like, because I got to do these for you guys. So yeah, now that there's like no new stuff really until, is it June 15th or July 15th for Strange New Worlds? Hopefully June. I think it's June 15th. Nothing new until then. We're going to be going back to our TNG reviews and stuff on the channel. And we'll have other content. We got some Dave Bessig or Bessigverse videos coming out. We got other stuff that we're going to focus on. Maybe get some edited or like scripted Trekyards content about ships and stuff. I think we might be doing some of that as well. We got a lot of stuff to do, but I'm not going to be on as hectic a schedule. Hectic. You're a YouTuber. You talk about Star Trek. It is hectic because the whole time I'm doing a live, I have to be on. I have to be like firing on all cylinders, especially when I do solo lives, because dead air is bad air. So I have to be talking all the time. And I'm an introvert. I'm actually an extroverted introvert. But that's neither here nor there. So it's very difficult to be on so much as a introvert. It burns me out. So anyway, you don't really care. You're not here to hear that. So anyway, regardless, now that there's no new Trek or Mando on, I'll have more time so we can maybe meet up and hang out and do something. Daniel's Hot Topics. If the Guardian... Actually, I think I will save the question for tomorrow when we talk about episode 10 of Picard. Okay. The Guardian of Forever. Carl. Andrew Probert saw the Galaxy X and said, what the fuck is that? Yes, well, yeah. I should know. We did an interview with him about it. I'm also not a fan of the Galaxy X. Him and I lamented very much about the design of that ship. Yeah. If Fleet Paw was here as one of our moderators, he would put a link in directing you to the Galaxy X episode with Andy Probert. Yeah, he does not like it. Doesn't like people messing with his shit. Jesse is here. Hello, hello. Deej says, until June 15th. And you get Strange New Worlds. Indeed. And who knows what other new Disney projects. When is Ahsoka coming out? That's another one. I'll be doing these late night reviews for that as well. Yeah, so anyway. NZ Fade. Mando's fight scenes were amazing. Just like a game. Once you kill someone, you loot them, grab their gear, and take on the next enemy. Love that part where he tried to get his knife and the guy fell. Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck. And then at one point he had like the little energy mace and he had the shield as well. Like that was great. Because the Mando, just with the way the face thing is, looks very much like an old time knight, like a medieval knight. So seeing him with the shield and like the mace, that was like such a cool visual. And the episode with Ahsoka, where they're in the forest, again felt very like the movie Excalibur, very very medieval. And I know there's more Japanese kind of samurai vibes for that, especially in the town. But I think the forest parts were very reminiscent of medieval knights. And there's the odd episode where it feels very medieval. most of the Mandalorian episodes feel very Western-like, which is fine. Man with no name type deal. But there are the samurai-inspired ones as well. And then some that just feel so medieval. Like he's just a knight. And the fact that his armor is like silver doesn't help. It just has that knight visual. I love knights. I love swords. I love the medieval aspect of things. So I my mind goes there. And I don't know if a lot of people notice that with Mandalorian, but I certainly do. So what do you think about John Luke fake Picard? This isn't Picard. Picard is dead. But this is a golem with a copy of Picard's mind, like a clone, but it's a golem. Okay. I think you missed the point of the whole golem thing, but okay. Neil Hammersmith, when I said Probert reaction, that based upon your discussion with Probert on the Galaxy X, you asked for his reaction, and that he said, "Fuck, the fuck is that? Best moment in Trekyards history, in my opinion." Yeah, I haven't watched that for a long time. I like Andrew Probert. He reminds me a lot of my dad, just as far as the way he speaks and stuff. And I told him that. I told him as much. I said, you remind me of my dad, and he's like, I'll consider that a compliment. I'm like, you should, because it absolutely is. So yeah, Andrew's great, but he's also a curmudgeon. So General Grievous waves fake moderator wrench. Yeah, you don't have a wrench. We don't even have a moderator here, which is really disappointing. Neil Hammersmith, the part with Mando starting the fight with nothing but and relying on his hand-to-hand skills shows how well they developed the character and Mando culture. Yeah, that was fucking great. And acquiring weapons as he goes, from knife to mace and shield to blaster to, it was just great. And I love also fighting the Praetorian guards and shooting their feet, and when they bend down, like shooting them up through the. That was great. Eric Martin, so did Pedro quit Mando? Or was he fired? So much bullshit online, it's hard to get the story straight. I hadn't heard that he was quit, fired, disenchanted with it, anything like that. So I have no idea. I don't like hearing that kind of stuff. I like Pedro Pascal. I hope he, still likes the role. I don't like hearing that, characters or actors begin to hate their characters. That just bugs me to no end. And hopefully that's not the case. I don't think he would have got fired. He was working on The Last of Us and The Mandalorian. Like, he's been pretty busy. But I don't know, Eric. I don't know. That would be awful if that was the case. Deej says, I'm watching things, making sure nothing gets out of control with his ban hammer there. Yeah. Well, you've been fired, so I can't even give you a wrench. General Grievous, one day I shall ascend to the rank of moderator and steal all the lightsabers. General Grievous, I wonder if I should make you a moderator. And that way, tomorrow, when and if Fleet Paw shows up, you can be like, I too am a moderator now. But if you're a moderator, then I have to add you to the moderator chat on Facebook. So I don't know if you're on Facebook. If you are, then I can make you a moderator, perhaps. It'd be hilarious, though, seeing Fleet Paw's reaction to you being a moderator. I'm going to make you a standard moderator. That's why I have a hammer instead of a wrench. Gotcha. General Grievous, you are now a moderator. I dub thee moderator. But you're only a standard moderator. You're not a managing moderator. So don't tell anybody. And then when the next time you see Fleet Paw, just be like, ask him if he notices anything different. I think that'll be hilarious. Eric Martin says, Grievous for president. See, Eric, I would make you a moderator too, but I know you're too busy to be a moderator. But you are here quite often. But then it also has to be in the group chat so that we can communicate outside of the live stream. See, I don't know. I don't know if you want to be a moderator. We are probably at the point where we should get more moderators, considering how much the channel's grown lately. But I don't know if I can trust any of y'all. Jesse says, I gotta run. Live long and prosper. See you later, Jesse. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. But glad you showed up. Nice to see you. Captain did the Shaw maneuver and stated me. Yes. You want to be stated or uninstated? Don't do it. He only pays in sand dollars. Neil, you're lucky to get sand dollars, honestly. Neil Hammersmith, hearing you talk about Probert being like your dad reminds me of my friend's dad. He would yell at an episode of Star Trek like he was watching sports. He took it seriously. Yeah. Well, my dad is like, he's great. He's really into Westerns and stuff. And the one day, he didn't know I was home. He's sitting there watching an old Western in black and white on the TV, and he's got one of his guns, one of his 6-shooter revolvers. And he's like, and I'm like peeking around the corner. I was like a teenager. I was probably like 17, 18. But it was hilarious. He's like shooting the bad guys on screen. Not with real bullets or anything. And it was also a replica gun. It was one from Franklin Mint. It was one of the one of the famous gunslingers guns, but from the Franklin Mint. It's a really nice piece. But my dad actually is a gun collector. Like, he has a gun collector's license, so he can have, like, you know, different kinds of guns. So yeah, it's kind of funny. But my dad's kind of a gruff asshole, so that's where I get it from. But anyway, that's hilarious. Moving on. Pick me, I'm great. Sean T, I'm sure you are. General Grievous, may I share the Probert Galaxy X link? Oh, you may indeed, sir. You can now share links. For better or worse, you can share the Galaxy X link if you really want. And when he does, if he can figure out how to do it. Oh, look at that. There it is. General Grievous, look at, he's already like smoking. He's already doing perfectly. Good man. If you want to see that and see Andrew Probert's reaction to the Galaxy X, by all means, open that in a new tab, and once this live is over, by all means, go and watch it. It's hilarious. You won't be disappointed. Eric Martin, visit him, Grievous, and he'll do the sword tap on both shoulders. Bring a Band-Aid for your ear. Jonathan Bell, I just get annoyed at grammar and incorrect similar sounding words. Just kidding. I have some restraint. I'll let the captain do all that. I never get annoyed or upset with words that are said or spelt wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Neil Hammersmith, phaser rifle strapped to the saucer. Oh, the Galaxy X, yeah. It's a unique design, that's for sure. I don't even think I have. I do have one. I have one of the Johnny Lightning ones, I think. But it's downstairs. I don't have one from Eagle Moss. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. I have the Galaxy X XL. I'm pretty... General Grievous. Here you go. You're going to earn your paycheck. Look up Trekyards Eagle Moss Galaxy X review, because I'm pretty sure I reviewed it, actually. I had a few of them. They sent me a few for some reason. Anyway. Deej. Does get upset, though, if you say pineapple pizza is great. No, it just makes me realize how stupid you are. It doesn't get me upset. I mean, people have a right to be stupid and have bad taste. But it doesn't upset me. You can put whatever you want into your pie hole. I really don't care. But, you know, it is what it is. And it tain't no more. Neil Hammersmith, do you want any other Trek channels? Do you want any other Trek channels on the tube? do I want any other Trek channels on the tube? What do you mean? Jonathan Bell, Fever Tree is greater than Canada Dry. I don't know what Fever Tree is, so for sure it might be. Yeah, sure. Do you watch any other Trek channels on YouTube? I watch the occasional Trek Culture. I watch Salty Trekkers sometimes. I find that, like, I used to watch more, but I don't like watching them anymore because they're like the competition, and I don't want to feel like I'm stealing ideas if they do anything or anything like that. But more than that, I don't like watching them because I always feel like they do a better job than we do. Like, I'll watch a video and go, that was really good. None of our shit's that good. Why is it not that good? So I'm very self-defeating. So I don't really watch any others. Like Triangulum Studios, certifiably in-game. Trek Culture, as I said, Salty Trekker, Trek Core, Text Trek. I'm subscribed to all of them. I see what they're doing. I see like their videos and stuff. I'll watch the odd one occasionally here and there, but I don't like comparing us to other. And that's all my brain does. When I'm watching them late at night or something, I'm like, this is really good content. That was a great edit. Wow, that was awesome. That was a great theory. Things like that. And I'm like, then I think back to ours, and I'm like, ours seems so pedestrian. And yet it doesn't. At sometimes, other times I'm like, wow, we did really good stuff. But that's very rare that I think that. So I do and I don't watch other Star Trek YouTubers. My YouTube viewing is, I did a whole live where I talked about all the channels that I do actually watch, which is quite varied. So, General Grievous, there is a review for the Eagle Moss Mirror Galaxy X on Trekyards channel. The Mirror Galaxy X. Okay, if it's just the mirror one, that's probably why I said I didn't have the other one. Yeah, that review, you can share that link because it talks about the same design. It talks about the design of the ship. That was long ago that I recorded that, though I don't remember exactly what I said. Neil Hammersmith, if you guys, I like you guys best, honestly. Other shit can be higher quality. Thank you. So we're not high quality now. Okay, I see how it is. Thing is, we don't have a team of editors. We don't have, the money or the viewership to be able to make these interesting little side videos that we'd like to make, because we need to make stuff that's going to get views and make ad revenue, essentially. And that's also why we do a lot of lives, because we do need to have the revenue from super chats and stuff to kind of bolster the channel and support us. Because not only, like, if it was just one of us making this channel, we'd be fine for money. But considering that all the money we make has to be split between both me and Samuel, it's very much kind of shitty as far as the pay goes for doing this. But we really absolutely love it. So, it is what it is. Neil Hammersmith, can be higher quality, but you dudes are more visible and honest. Oh, thanks, man. Jonathan Bell, I can't stand most Trek blogs and channels. Too many fall into the listicle of gossip categories of content. General Grievous, hit that like button. Like the Imperial Cruiser hit Moff Gideon. Neil Hammerson, sorry again, fat fingers. No problem, Neil. I also suffer from that affliction. But Sylvia likes my fat fingers, if you know what I'm saying. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's not what... It's something else. You're all dirty. Shame on you. But that's why I like you. And that's why you're here for Late Night Live with the captain. Anyway, we've diverged from talking about Mandalorian. That's just about right, because we're an hour in. So tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be talking about the finale of Picard, Season 3. Not only the season, but the series, finale. And stay around for the credits. There's a mid-credit scene. I've heard there's a mid-credit scene. I don't know if there's a post-credit scene. but watch the credits. Deej Odyssey. Good thing most don't know about mine tonight. Salty Trekker may show up again, and he doesn't like Picard. Yeah, Deej Odyssey. He's, I guess, a Star Trek YouTuber. I don't consider you really a Star Trek YouTuber, Deej, but Salty Trekker. Like, I respect Salty Trekker a lot. I think he's a really smart, intelligent guy. He definitely, and he's not going to be showing up. I think he's going in for surgery. So, anyway, smart, intelligent guy. I think he's fair. He's, if he's odd because he can get very stuck in his ways, but he also is intelligent enough to make good arguments and good reasons why he doesn't like something, which I really, really, really appreciate. I like Salty Trekker a lot. He's a good guy, but a lot of times I can't stand the negativity over there. So that's all. Eric Martin, it's a nice night. You need to do your walk videos. I like guessing where you are. That's really stalkerish and creepy, for the record. And yeah, we'll get back in it. It's fucking too cold tonight. Are you kidding? You even said yourself it was cold out. I'm not. No. Soon I will be going back for. I need to lose some goddamn weight. I'm telling you. So I need to go for walks again. So. Donnie Pearson, 8 out of 10 for the Mando season 3 finale. 7.75 out of 10 for all of season 3. Good numbers. I think I might agree with those. Maybe. Yeah. Deej says no. I'm more all around with everything. Yes. Donnie Pearson, 8 out of 10 for the Mando season 3 finale. 9 out of 10 for all of season 3. Make up your mind. So went from 7.75 out of 10 to 9 out of 10 in one comment. Donnie, are you okay? Do you need help? Are you being held against your will? If so, blink twice. That's not helping because I can't see. Deej says, though Cap, Saturday night is my birthday stream, so you better show up and have a drink with me. Saturday night. Yes. I don't think I'm doing anything Saturday night, so I might be able to swing by. Eric Martin, I'm too busy to be a stalker, so you're safe with me, but keep checking over your shoulder. Nice. My buddy Paul, actually, during the one live stream, I'm doing a live stream, and all of a sudden he pulls up. It's like, he fucking creepy bastard. Because I knew where it was, and he hopped in his car, and he wanted to come chat. So it's like, wow, stop stalking me when I'm doing a live. It's just creepy and weird. Oh my God, these dogs. These dogs, I'm telling you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how smushed together they are. Anyhow. Look, it's baby Grogu. So General Grievous, you'll have to let me know if you're on Facebook, because if you are, I'd like to add you to the group moderator chat. If you're not, we'll have to figure something else out. Unless you don't want this to be a permanent assignment. You just want to be a temporary thing to fuck with Fleetpaw, cool, if that's fine with me. If you want it to be a permanent thing and you're enjoying being a moderator, we'd love to have you on board. You've been around for a long time. I know you, I trust you, more or less. And yeah, let me know if you're on Facebook. Best way to do that is probably email trekyards@hotmail.com and just let me know if I have your contact info on Facebook. So. I'd give this season an 8 out of 10 just because it's really hard to top Luke Skywalker's appearance in the past finale. But all around good. Yeah, I would agree with that 100%, yes. Deej Odyssey, more or less, yeah. Eric Martin, I'm going inside for a drink and some quality couch time. Nice. General Grievous, sure, I'll email you. Awesome. Grant McGregor, I was thinking about the new Changeling and that ever popular Section 31. I think it would have been interesting if they were trying to transform Changeling DNA into a mutagenic virus. That would have been cool, yeah. Terrence Childs, the galaxy should be named Intimidator. A galaxy class. I mean, the Galaxy X, the Intimidator would be a good name for sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've said what I need to say about The Mandalorian. I thought the season finale was great. This could be a series finale, honestly. It was a good ending. Put everybody where they needed to be. Awesome. Good, good. But I also like that he's working with the New Republic for, like, these side quests, bounty hunter type deals, but he's going to be more selective because he's got his apprentice Din Grogu with him. I love that as well. So there's lots of storytelling potential still. I hope we get a couple more seasons out of The Mandalorian, at least. That would be awesome. But like I said, we don't need it with this one. Honestly, for this episode, I would probably give this a 8.6 out of 10, I think. As for the season, I mean, gotta remember like all the episodes, which I can't right now. I like the 7.5. I think that's very reasonable for a score. So yeah, 7.5 works for me for that. So the ship should not be named Enterprise. It should be named the Intimidator. Grant McGregor, $5. Lower Deck needs a Galaxy class named the USS Milky. Like Milky Way Galaxy. General Grievous, I do like the fact that Grogu was safe from Kylo Ren when he killed all students, since he's not a student. All of Luke's students, yeah. Eric Martin, Probert's reaction is priceless. Sam tries to change his mind and he's having none of it, and Cap is just sitting back and loving it. Yeah, it's been a while since I should probably watch that episode again. That was so satisfying because I'm the same way. I feel the same way about the Galaxy X, which is weird because I like 3 nacelle designs, and with the engine mounting for that middle nacelle on the back of the Galaxy X, it's very much like the Foley class that I designed. But for some reason, it's just fucking ugly on the Galaxy class. So yeah, I absolutely am enjoying myself during that video. And it's been so long since we filmed that. That was like, I don't know, check the date on that. That was like 2016? I want to say 2016, 2017 for that one. Like after, we've only been doing this for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's an old video. I'm almost afraid to watch it. But yeah, it was fun. If you want a good laugh and you want to see Andrew Probert just kind of rip on the Galaxy X, go check out that link that General Grievous put in there. Jonathan Bell, good episode, said that IG-13 dropped so soon. I guess they can still license collectibles for it if our studios made one. I'd get it. You mean IG-12? It was IG-12. That was the power loader mech suit. Yeah. Deej says that's because the Galaxy class is just plain ugly all around, only minorly better than the Enterprise jet. That's also completely fucking wrong. Deej, you want me to stop by your live streams and I say stupid shit like that. You probably said it while eating a pineapple pizza too. A Hawaiian pizza. Wow. General Grievous, if there's another season of Mandalorian, I really hope he gets another ship like home base. I also agree with that. The N1 is cool for a hot rod, but honestly, the Razor Crest was much better for him. Much better facilities for long trips, and everything about it was just better, Jonathan Bell. Oh, right, yeah, my bad. Deej, no, I'm eating an Oreo cookie. Oh, that's acceptable. Good man. Jonathan Bell. If it is the last season, that reduces the number of art books for The Mandalorian on the shelf. And those are expensive too. But they're so nice. I don't have any yet. I saw one literally like 2 weeks ago. I almost picked it up. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to wait. I'm gonna wait till I know how many I need to get, because I don't want to get one and then have to get the other two for the other 2 seasons, and then like how many more seasons are we going to have, which I need to have them all. They're like Pokemon, have to have them all. So those I'll probably wait on, but then waiting is also bad because you may not be able to find the season one. It'll be rare, and then it'll be worth more, and be like, ugh, god damn it! Now I got to go out and buy them. Curses to you. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow. Typically all 3 nacelle designs are meh at best for me. However, I find most 4 nacelle designs irresistible. I'm the opposite. I can't stand 4 nacelle designs, but I love 3 nacelle designs. And 2 nacelles is, of course, perfect. But 3 nacelles just speak to me. They have ever since I was a kid. So, General Grievous. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of Lando on a Mando? Terrence Childs, do you have any ships from Stargate? No. Eagle Moss was going to be doing Stargate ships, and I was excited because I wanted to get some, but I don't have any. I don't have any Stargate ships, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. Jonathan Bell, yeah, I'm in that boat with Dark Tower series. Only one book is available in retail hardcover. General Grievous, I believe Eagle Moss released a few of those before they shut down. Yeah, and this Friday, tomorrow, Master Replicas that got all of the Eagle Moss stock, they have 2 available that were never released from Eagle Moss. They were produced but never released. One was the XL Constellation class Stargazer, which for an XL that'll be a pretty good ship to get. The other is the Parliament class from Lower Decks, which is also a very fantastically cool design. I'll need to hop on Master Replicas and see if I can scoop those, because I got a lot of Eagle Moss ships. I really don't need any more, but at the same time, I need more ships. Come on. It's just the way it is. So I'll see about maybe getting those. So if you guys are interested, Master Replicas, if you're not signed up for the newsletter, do so. You'll get the notification that when it's going live, and then you can go scoop them. It's just limited number, obviously. They made the Goa'uld Mothership and the X-304. Jonathan Bell said, totally forgot to get the Hitak while it was available. Eric Martin says, Nightcap couch has me and I'm fading fast. Good night, Eric. Good to see you, man. I'm going to be ending in a few minutes here anyway. Sean T. Where are they like delivering a spare nacelle or something? I must have missed something on the Galaxy X. They have 747s back in the day that had an extra engine mount for that purpose. Yeah, on the tail. Grant McGregor throws in $75 super chat. My God, man, that is amazing. Thank you so much. You better write that Riker. You better write that Riker wasn't a changeling all along. Oh yeah, he was conveniently the smartest man in the room, to where he even had perfect pitch, a trait which all people who have it lose it when they get old. So you better be right. I'm right. Terrence Childs, who do you say used the Nebula class starship best, Data or Ben Maxwell? Ben Maxwell. Grant McGregor, probably will miss the live stream Friday, so I'll tip now. Thank you so much, Grant. Much appreciated. I will have a shot for that, because that's just an amazing super chat, so thank you. But yeah, nobody's a changeling. I love that I won that, but that's awesome. So anyway. Kraken spiced rum for the win. Gotta love the Kraken. Kraken into a Kraken. There we go. All right. Cheers. Thank you so much, Grant. And I don't want to hear, your shots are $20. You should be taking 3 shots for a $75 super chat. It's not quite how it works. At that point, it's captain's discretion. Terrence Childs, who do you say used the Nebula class? I read that one already, never mind. Probably will miss the live stream, so I'll tip now. Okay. General Grievous, Data used the Nebula best defensively to reveal the Romulan ships, but offensively, Ben Maxwell, hands down, was the best in combat. Plus, he was like a cool captain. General Grievous, dun 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 dun. Terminator theme intensive. Oh, dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Why can't I do I can't do the Terminator theme now. Dun dun dun. No. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Got it. Dun 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 dun. Hell yeah. Deej says, no, honestly, it would be 3 3/4 shots, lol. But I'm not saying anything because you could do it back to me this weekend. Yeah, exactly. So, anyhow, I think I'll call it there, guys. Kind of ran out of Mandalorian things to say, so I'd like to thank everybody that joined me. If you have not hit like yet, we're at 44 likes. Let's try to get to 50 likes, another 6 likes. If you're one of those people, although I think we've had consistently the same amount of people here the whole time, so I appreciate all you guys. General Grievous, enjoy your promotion. Let's mess with Fleet Pot next time we see him. I'll act surprised, like, why? How did you get a wrench? What is happening here? I'm sorry for the pug. Good night, Cap, and my fellow Trekyardians. Peace and long life to you all. Good night, all. Have a great night. So who died tonight? No one died. What are you talking about? A cute evil laugh. Yeah. Accept them off. Who died tonight? Don't know what you mean, Grant. Who died tonight? Nobody died tonight. Matter of fact, IG-11 came back from the grave. Oh, Picard dies later tonight. Oh, who's going to die? Nobody. Deej might be right. It might be Picard. Might be Picard. That'd be a fitting end to the Picard. Sure, I'll buy that. That's one of the ones that I've been saying. I said that a few times during the course of this season. When people ask who's gonna die. Well, first of all, I don't want any of them to die. But if one of them had to die, Picard would be a good fit because it is the end of Picard. Other than that, yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna die. But I will concede that if one person has to die, Picard would be a good choice. Give up his life to save Jack. Become one with the Borg Queen, who is now, since he is not actually Picard, not actually Locutus, when she tries to merge with him, it just, the artificialness of his golem body just fucks her up. I'd be down for that. I would actually like that. The Enterprise F will die, and I shall drink many tears. Yeah, I don't think the Enterprise D is going to get destroyed either. Yeah, I can see Picard sacrificing himself to save Jack. I really can. So, there you go. That's my guess. So, anyway, until next time, I'm Captain Foley. These are my dogs. And thank you for watching. This is the way. You know, I never once put the helmet on for this finale. I'm gonna have to end with the helmet. Like, just literally, this is the way. You know, I can't not wear the helmet. Thank you for joining me on this Mandalorian first reactions. I really appreciate all you guys. You are all awesome. And as always, join me again tomorrow night for my first reaction to Picard series finale and season finale, episode 10. It should be a good one, guys. And I want to see you guys all here. I really appreciate all of you. And until then, live long and prosper. This is the way. I have spoken. Good night, guys.